Alright guys, welcome back to another video. I do apologize for not uploading anything in a long while, but I didn't have anything to install on the car, even change out on the car, so that's why I haven't uploaded anything. But in today's video I will be showing you guys how to install a blower motor on the CF4 on the car. It is somewhat a tedious process based on location. It's located right up underneath the passenger side footwell. 3 screws hold it up, and the clip as well, and you have to deal with these wires that are literally hanging below it. Before we get into it, if you're new around here, don't forget to subscribe, turn on your notifications so you don't miss a video, and comment down below what you think of the videos and the whole series thus far. And without further ado, let's get into it. So to make things easier for you to install the blower fan, I do recommend that you remove these panels that you see here. It just opens up the space a little bit more. Right, I did notice one thing with the blower motor. It is that it's 2 to 3 millimeters smaller than the original one, so it did not fit the original screw holes. But nonetheless, I fabricated some brackets and got it mounted up underneath there. It's fixed, it works, it doesn't the air doesn't leak or anything like that. It's way quieter than the original fan, but I feel like the reason why the original fan made a lot of noise was because it was failing, which it eventually did. And also I did notice that it seems like because the original fan was failing, it made the AC turn on intermittently, and sometimes, I don't know why, but sometimes when I wash the car, the AC would not work until a few minutes of driving, then it will come on when I press the button. But ever since installing this, I haven't noticed that issue. So if you do own one of the torneo shape Hondas and you have an AC issue where you press the button and it doesn't come on every now and then, I will recommend, do your basic checks, your fuse, all of that, your AC compressor, temperature, pressure switch, and all of that. But if all of that checks out, replace your fan, bro. Just replace the motor and you'll be good. So what I'm gonna do here is to remove the original mounting screws for the original fan that was up underneath there before I started putting in the new one. Do apologize for having my head in the camera, but this was the best angle that I could give you guys and let you guys see what's going on. Right, so I will be in and out of the car because it's an awkward position. These vehicles, they're somewhat low to the ground, and it makes it awkward for someone of my height to work in this vehicle. So I do apologize for any awkward angles and if my head is in the camera. Right, so yeah, you will need a light to look up underneath this. It's dark. I forgot to mention that you will need a T25 Torx bit to remove the screws, or a flathead, either one will do. And you'll also need to remove the kicker panel thing on the side of the door here, and also this little panel right here, just to give you a little bit more space to take the fan in and out when doing the replacement. To get this little piece of panel out, you will need a flathead to put on the edge right here and to pry it out. These clips are a pain in the ass to work with because for some stupid reason they tend to really hold the panel in position. So removing the panel is really hard. I even cracked this panel slightly, which I'll have to glue up at some point. But anyways, once you do that, you'll have a ton of space to move the fan in and out as you work. And here is where I started to notice that something was off with the new blower motor, and that was that this fan was slightly smaller than the original fan. And like I said earlier on in the video, it's slightly smaller, about 2 to 3 millimeters smaller than the original fan. And the part number for this fan is 700,001, and there's another fan with the same shape that has a part number of 700,005. I would recommend to give the 700,005 part number fan a try, because that one is more for the CRVs and it might just be bigger than this one, I'm assuming. I would go ahead and purchase that one, but to be honest, the 707 fan, it did the trick for me, even though I had to fabricate some brackets to screw it up underneath there. It did the trick. So after noticing that the new fan is slightly smaller than the original, I decided to take it out just to confirm my suspicions. And as you can see here, it is noticeably smaller than the original. It is, however, the same shape connector, same design, but it is slightly smaller. And this is where I was saying that the 700,005 part number fan might just be the exact fan that came with these cars, because the fan propellers themselves has the same shape. And as you can see, it is basically night. This took me a very long while to fabricate, and as you'll see here shortly, as soon as I shine the light on this blower motor, we have everything all screwed up. I used the original screws to mount it to the case that the propellers sit into, and as you can see, it's just slightly, there's a slight gap there. It's just slightly smaller than the original one. And I had some aluminum microfoam arms. I just flattened them out, bent them, and as you can see there, ran some screws through them. I put some silicones on the end of the nuts just to prevent the vibration from the car from, loosening up the screws and stuff. So I did that. It's all good. It works. And yeah, job well done. The next thing that I tackled on this car was to remove these ugly hood props that the previous owner had installed on this car. They were some hex screws that were absolutely rusted, and I could not unscrew them with a hex. So what I ended up doing was to just drill them out, took a pliers to unscrew the piece of the bolt that was left in the bonnet, and applied some double D40. I had some spare screws with the same thread lying around. I just put them in, and it was such a difference between how it looked before compared to how it looks now. And I don't know why persons run these on their cars. On some vehicles it looks good, but I just wanted the car to just look OEM basically. I'm trying to bring it back to OEM type of specifications, but with my own little touch and pizzazz to it. So having these hood problems, it was just always an eyesore for me, especially on the driver's side. For some strange reason, the driver's side was always higher than the passenger side by almost an inch, and I could never see the bonnet as well. I could never see the top of the bonnet. So driving in traffic or even parking in the yard, I could never really gauge how close I am to certain objects. So after removing it, I could see the bonnet. I could see much more ahead of me, and it's just a night and day difference. I do have some panels that do need to be aligned body gap wise, and like I said, the car needs body work as well, which I'm not going to do for a very long time. So I will perfect all of this, but I just wanted to remove these hood props. They were so annoying and ugly to look at, and if you didn't know, having these up, it kind of affects how heat leaves the engine and how heat stays in the engine. It basically affects the whole cooling system of your vehicle. So I wanted to remove them so that the heat basically goes underneath the vehicle instead of over it, and into the AC vent ports on the dashboard, just so that the AC works as it should. And yeah, that's basically it. I'm telling you, man, some stuff I don't know why persons do it to their cars. After removing both of these hood props, I realized that the bonnet would not close properly, and it was because the latch for the bonnet was slightly off. So I had to go through, readjust and position the hood latch so that the bonnet would close and open freely. And that's basically what you're seeing here. I really don't know why persons install these things. Yes, like I said, it looks good, but if you're not pushing like 300, maybe 500 plus horsepower, you need that extra cooling and airflow, don't put it on, bro. If you're doing a show car, fine, but if you're daily driving your car that's not making a lot of power, that's not driving fast, that is just a regular car, don't do it, man. Really, don't do it. Also, as you'll see in the video here, the passenger side lines up with the fender, but the driver side does not. And it's, to me, I'm assuming that it's because, one, when the ball joint, if that's the name, I think, when the ball joint jumped out of its socket and the wheel fell off the hubbar, whatever it's held on to, it damaged the fender, which in turns misaligned the fender. So I'm assuming that because the fender is misaligned, the driver's side is not aligning properly with the bonnet. I'm kind of seeing that probably the bonnet itself is damaged, in terms of it's not curved, but it's more straight, it's more flat on the driver's side. But I won't know until we start doing some body work, restoring body lines, gaps and all of that on the vehicle, to know if the bonnet needs a little bit more curvature on the driver's side in order for it to match up with the fender. But we won't know that until we correct the damages on the fender as well. So it looks 10 times better. The car looks way better with it off, and I'm glad that I made this decision to just remove it, because it was an eyesore, it was annoying. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it there.